talked about the fact that they were going to have to dip into their retirement savings, or that they're going to actually have to encourage their kids to delay their education while they built up more money to save for them. We know that parents have a lot on their minds. Parents of 5 kids, that's incredible. Parents of 7 kids, there's a lot of things that you're juggling as parents. There's a lot of financial pressures that you're dealing with. But there's nothing more important than setting up your kids for long-term success, and that's why we want to encourage families to start an education savings plan shortly after the children are born, and to take advantage of the government grants that are available both federally and the new exciting BC Training and Education Savings Grant to make sure that they have the money there for when their kids are ready to go on to post-secondary education. You know, at the end of the day, public policy like the Training and Education Savings Grants are there to help families. And that's why we're really pleased that we actually have a couple of families here today. We're going to invite the Mercick family to come up. Rob is going to come up and just share a little bit about his experience in terms of taking advantage of the grant, and let us know a little bit more about how he's preparing for his kids' success. Rob.
Good morning, everyone. This is my family, Haley, Nico, and I'm Rob. So, when I went into post-secondary, I had to pay for my own education. I had to work and pay for schooling at the same time. I wanted more for my children to ensure that they had the best possible education. By setting up an RESP, we can access the $7,200 worth of government grants. On top of that, new BCT ESG provides an additional $1,200 worth of government grant money. The cost of education is rising each and every year, and either you can pay now or later when your kids attend post-secondary. If you pay later, you don't get to collect any of the government grants that are available to your families. We looked into getting RESPs for our kids. We looked at various different options. We decided that CST had the best plan and it was the most flexible for us. So that's essentially what I had to read on my card, sorry. Thank you for everybody. I don't really go in front of camera very much, so you must apologize for my nervousness. Thank you very much.
I'd also like to invite James, Francis, and Jada to come up and just say a few words about their experience.
Thank you. My daughter here, I actually have 3 kids, and this is my youngest one. She was born in 2008, and so she's the one that's able to get the grant, right? So this is the BC training grant. I'm so happy for that grant, and now I took her out of school. I want to make sure she's told her friends that she's going to be on television. She's going to be a star. I hope the camera sees her. Can you see her? All right, so that really matters to me. And she wants to be a judge. You want to tell her? She wants to be a judge. So I told her. So we've started her. I got 3 kids, as I said to you, and I started all 3 kids with CST right from birth, and we've been paying. I'm trying to increase the fees. I think when I heard about the grant, the BC training grant, I was so happy with that grant because I looked at there was a grant that was happening in Alberta, and there's another grant that's happening in Saskatchewan and one in Quebec. But the BC grant is $1,200 straight one-time payment that could go into a fund that over compound interest over for her, it's going to be another 10 years. It's going to add to the group plan I'm in. So I'm very, very happy with that grant. And I wanted to say that when it comes to, you said something about your education. I know with me, having this CST, what it's done for my family is like nightly we talk about education. We got 17 years. It's almost like you program your kids when you decide to put money into a fund. It's like my kids thinking of going to an education. I got one want to be an engineer, one want to be a judge, an attorney, and another one wants to be a civil engineer. And so now we're going to try to get that maximum $50,000 in there for them by the time they're finished. And it programs your children And with my situation, when I was grade 12, and my mother told me at grade 12, she said, you did well, now it's time to get a job. And it took me, honestly, quite a few years to get a 4-year education. So when you don't have the money, you just, high probability you're not going to go to school. And it took me a long time, so that's why I said, with my kids, it's not going to take them a long time. When she finishes in grade 3 right now, by grade 12, we know what's going to happen. We're going to school, the money's going to be there. I want to say thank you to the BC government for giving me that grant. Awesome. I've applied, I will use it, and Jade is going to, she'll be a judge one day, right? Right? All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our two wonderful families who were able to say that they are taking advantage of this training and education savings grant, and they're planning for their kids to succeed, which is a terrific thing. Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to encourage you to take a few minutes to visit our website, cst.org/BC Bridge the Gap, and tell all of your friends and families about the BC Training and Education Savings Grant. We want to spread the word about this amazing program. We want to get the word out and get more families signing up to take advantage of these funds. The campaign is going to be something that will be heard across radio stations here in Vancouver and across BC, and obviously on social media over the next year. So again, thank you very much for attending today. We would like to just take a quick photo opportunity with the minister.